Hey, what's up guys, my name is Dan and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking all about Leverkusen versus Arsenal away from home in the first leg of the last round of 16 or whatever it is of the Champions League. And yeah, the Champions League's back, and obviously the stress that comes with that is also back too. And look, we've got the good draw in the sense that we've got the home leg and the second leg, which is good. Last couple of seasons, it's been the reverse, and we've kind of done all right. Especially last season, I think we annihilated PS3 away from home in the first leg, and we didn't have to worry about the second leg so much. This one's a little bit more difficult. Look, it was a terrible game, especially that first half. 1-1 draw in the end, which I will take. But yeah, it was a terrible game, especially in the first half. We had no attacking threat whatsoever. Leverkusen were just super defensive. Again, kind of typical of what most Premier League teams are doing to us. Their captain should have been sent off arguably before half time. A couple of fouls, he wasn't picked up. The referee was very, very erratic. I'm kind of hesitant at the moment to kind of blame referees, especially if results don't go 100% our way. But the referee did have an erratic game. Very strange. Let a load of things go in the first half, and then the second half just started throwing the yellow card around like crazy. Booked Kai Havertz for being fouled. Kind of crazy. The referee was terrible, out of his depth, but it is what it is. We're used to that as Arsenal fans. And yeah, going to the halftime, I'm pretty sure the halftime talk was not Mikel Arteta going, "Hey guys, conceded goal right after halftime, and straight at the beginning of the second half. That'll be fun." We gotta do that. Very weird. We don't normally concede goals like that, especially off set pieces. Although lately we have been kind of. I think Chelsea scored one against us fairly recently, if I'm not mistaken. So we kind of have been leaking goals over the last couple of games or so, a few games actually. Even Mansfield managed to get a goal against us, which is crazy. Defensively, kind of off here at the moment. Mansfield we kind of took on the chin because the team was so rotated. Kind of a much more established first 11 in this game. Not really an excuse for it. And the first half of the second half, we were very, very, very nervous. You could feel it just watching them. They kind of were nervy. But as the second half progressed, by the time it got to like the 70th minute, we were in control of the game again. For the first time, I say again, for the first time in the whole game, I think we were totally in control, trying to break them down. Saka's getting hooked, and I think it was the 70th minute or 50th. I think it was the 59th minute actually. A little bit surprising in the sense that it was Saka that was the one that was to go off. I think he had a poor game. I don't think he's fully fit. I don't know what is going on with him, but he's not at his best. The whole team's not at our best, really, over the last month or two. And Madueke come on. And the one thing about Madueke is he's got energy, he's got power, he's got pace, and he ran against a tired, got a lot of joy going against their fullback, and who was already tired, been playing for an hour trying to keep Saka under control, and he couldn't really deal with Madueke. They couldn't deal with Madueke at all. Gets into the box and gets fouled, and it was a foul. Was it soft? Sure. Was it a slight touch? Sure. But he rolled his ankle and then almost landed on it, and he could have done serious damage to it. It looked soft in the moment. It looked a nail on penalty, but when you look and that's one downside of VAR and slow mo is when you. Well, if you want to analyse it, anything can be over-analysed and analysed too much. Was it soft? Sure. And if it got against us, sure, we would go, "No, that's not a penalty," blah, blah, blah. But it was a penalty. There was contact in the box that caused Madueke to fall over. That's a penalty. And, I think VAR is much more competently run in the Champions League than it is in the Premier League. And I think if it wasn't a foul, I don't think it would have been given. There's a whole thing about people saying that there's a conspiracy that Arsenal are being helped to win trophies. I mean, if there's one club in the Premier League that you can safely say the PGMOL, the referees, the officials want to help win the league, it ain't Arsenal, I'm afraid. We're top of the league because we are good enough to be the best team in the league right now, and we're top of the Champions League. We've got the kindest result in the knockout stage of the Champions League because we annihilated every single team in the group stage and we finished top of the league, rightfully so. We earned that spot and we earned the easier run in the knockout. So the conspiracy theories is always funny for me. would work for any other team in the Premier League. Man United, Chelsea, Aston Villa, especially. I think everyone loves Emery for some reason, but it doesn't work against Arsenal. Everybody hates Arsenal, and that ain't just including the fans and other teams and former ex-pros like Schmeichel mentioning Arsenal when we didn't even play against the game he was commentating on. It's the officials as well. It's the PGMOL. They ain't sitting in a little office somewhere going, oh, we really need to help these lot win the league. No, no. If anything, they're doing it for Man City. Roger came out and basically on camera to millions of people said the referees are shit and they're not helping us and they're not giving us anything. And the next three or four games after that, they got really ridiculous calls going in their favour. And it doesn't work in the Champions League, obviously, because the Champions League's not run by PGMOL. So my little one over, we suffered in this game. I think we were very happy and very lucky actually to come away with a point. I say a point, a draw really. Something to build upon in the Emirates. I always back us to the Emirates. I think the Emirates is an absolute fortress for us. But we need to start getting back to our best. We haven't been at our best for a little while now. Injuries, Calafiore constantly missing out, Ben White missing out. Ben White was a brilliant player for us for a little while, a couple of months ago, and then he got injured. He's out now. Marino was doing really well for us. He's out for the rest of the season. Kai Havertz has only just come back. Saka was out for a little while. Odegaard's on his way coming back. So we are injury ravaged, but it's just, at the moment, it's just one player out, and then one player out, and then one player comes back, and another player goes out. And that kind of rotation, the forced rotation, is not great for stability, form, and match fitness. So, we just kind of need to get back to going kind of our best, because we're not at our best. We haven't been at our best for a little while now, and like I said, and I feel like this is a good opportunity for us now. We've got a home game against Everton the weekend. We absolutely need to be at our best for that. We need to win that game, keep the pressure on City. They got annihilated in the Champions League. I'll talk about everyone else in the Champions League in a minute. And then obviously the second leg against Leverkusen next week, which it's all up for grabs right now. We are very likely going to be the only English team to get to get into the next round of the Champions League. But we'll have to wait and see. We have to do our best. We have to play a lot better at home, and I think some of the influence in this game was the fact that it was an away game and the away fans constantly going at us. So hopefully, being at home, the team will be a bit more comfortable and they will just do better. And then obviously it's the Carabao Cup final next week, or in 10 days or whatever it is. And then we'll get into the FA Cup after that. So yeah, we've got a series of really tough games coming up, and winnable games, but must-win games. They're all three must win. We need to find our form back. Saka's done alright, but he's not been at his best this season. He needs to get improved, especially with the new contract that he's been given. Kai Havertz being back is monumental. If Gyökeres is not having a good game, we can put Kai Havertz in. He's the one that scored the penalty, which is great. He only just went in, to be fair. The keeper almost got it, but really good pen. Obviously, he didn't celebrate because he actually respects Leverkusen, and Leverkusen respects him, unlike Chelsea. So yeah, we're kind of lucky, kind of fortunate, really, to get back to the Emirates on level pegging. I think Leverkusen, especially in that first half, should have scored a couple more goals against us. But it is what it is. You don't take your chances, then you get punished. And this kind of thing in reverse happens to us quite often. So yeah, I'm quite happy. Going to the second leg at home, I think it's all to play for. We just need to do a bit better. Again, we need to do better in the league as well. Obviously, with Everton coming up, we need to really make sure that we are on our best for that, because we have to win that game. Keep our foots on the throat of City right now. They're on a massive wobble. Losing. Let's get straight into it. Every other team in the Premier League has done badly, except for Newcastle, who I think got a really good draw against Barcelona, which is quite funny. Barcelona fans are very weird. They hate Arsenal for some reason. They're very loud. After especially last night's fixtures, obviously Chelsea, Spurs obviously getting annihilated, embarrassed, is quite funny. That's to be expected. Chelsea, for me, are not a Champions League level team right now, and a 5-2 defeat against PSG is an adequate, normal result. Chelsea can do it, their new coach can do it against low-level Premier League teams, but they can't do it against Arsenal and they can't do it against top-level opposition. And he got massively found out, and their squad got massively found out. They're a very young squad, very inexperienced, and their coach is inexperienced as well. He thinks he's it, and he ain't that yet, so that's quite funny as well. They got embarrassed. Man City got embarrassed by Madrid. Beating Madrid in a knockout stage of the Champions League is not for everyone, I guess. Kind of unfortunate for that. We kind of wanted them to be still in the tie, and it actually beat Madrid because the winner of this game or this round will play and face Bayern Munich. They annihilate their that's Atlanta, I think. So Bayern Munich are pretty much all the through. So it would have been nice to have City, struggle against Madrid and then have to face, a red hot form Bayern Munich, because that would have been funny, and obviously that would be more games that they need to do. We don't really want City to get out of the Champions League at this stage, because then, they've, apart from the Carabao Cup final, and FA Cup as well. That gives them more time to focus on the league, and we don't want that, because we'll hopefully, touch wood, still be in the Champions League facing their game. So, look, we're doing what we need to do at the moment, but we are doing it barely, by the skin of our teeth, and we need to get back into our best. We haven't been at our best for a long time. I think it's a combination of the injuries, like I said, but it's also, we're in the last leg of the season now. Game every 3 days for, I think, the last month or so, and then for the next month or two. It's going to take its toll. And I think the players are starting to get fatigued. I think Weiss as well. I think he's fatigued. The good thing is Kai Havertz coming back from injury. Odegaard coming back whenever he does. Inject some more energy into it. I think Madueke starts against Everton rather than Saka. I think Saka's fatigued as well. At the moment I'm just looking towards the Everton and the Leverkusen games. Get through this next week, get 2 wins under our belt, however we do it. Hopefully it won't be too stressful. And then focus on the Carabao Cup game for that last game before the international break, which is good. We've got a little bit of a break. Obviously, international players will be playing their games, but the team itself overall have a bit of a break. And then beginning of April, we go against Southampton in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. So at the moment, the quad's still on, but how much longer? We need to do way better to beat Leverkusen at home, and obviously Everton at home as well. And then the Carabao Cup. Obviously, we take the piss out of it, but it's silverware. It's silverware that we haven't won for the last 4 years or 5 years or however long it's been. It would be such a confidence boost to win that game, get that trophy, and then go for the last 3 games of the season with the trophy already in hand. So, but yeah, like I said, dreadful game really, especially that first half. Second half picked up a little bit. Subs helped. And yeah, hopefully the rest of this week goes by quite quickly. We get to the Everton game, and then hopefully we show a bit more zip or whatever, pep or whatever, a little bit more energy against Everton, because I think we lacked it against Leverkusen. So let me know what you thought about the game, the players. What do you think we could do against Everton and Leverkusen? And I'll be back to do a video probably on Monday to talk about the Everton game, and then obviously I think it'll be Wednesday morning. I think Wednesday I'll do a video for the Leverkusen game, and then it'll all be about the Carabao Cup after that. So anyway guys, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. Like, subscribe if you haven't done already. I really do appreciate that as well. Comment down below, because I talk to you guys all the time over there. And have a really great week. Have a really good end of your week and a good weekend, and hopefully we got another positive video for you on Monday. So anyway guys, thanks for watching. Take it easy. Adios.